channel. In today's video, I am planning to do some advice on online dating for beginners, because I wish I watched and knew this information before I did online dating, and it would probably have saved me a lot of trouble and I would probably not have the experiences that I did if someone would have been like, hey, online beginner stuff, let me share. Okay, so I think that on online dating, I think you can find good relationships, but also there's techniques and like things that you should ask for before meeting up with the person. I have stories. Okay, so one thing, like whenever you are going on there, I think I tried 2 different online dating apps whenever I was doing, I'm not on any right now, but one thing that you should do, like whenever you're talking to someone, make sure that you get a full body picture, okay? Because I failed in one of mine and not getting one. He only had like just like a portrait size, and at the beginning I never thought to pay attention to that. I don't know, but that kind of is important because of what happened to me. So I failed to ask for a full body picture, and also I failed to read in the like description part, like whatever they put on there, it's normally true. So my whole ordeal, what happened to me is that, okay, so I'm not gonna say his name, but there's this guy that I had, like, we started talking, and his description said slim, as in body figure, right? I didn't know what that really consisted of. Like, it said slim, but I was like, oh, maybe it's a typo. He didn't mean to put that. Because his picture, like, it didn't look like that. So I got the picture and I was like, yeah, there was something wrong with that in my mind. And I didn't ask for a full body picture, but we talked for like a couple of weeks, and then we just agreed to go have a date. And let me just say, we pulled up to the place, and whenever he got out of his truck, he was like super, super skinny. So that description of his body type being slim was no joke. He was like so, and I know that, but everybody has a preference, and that's not my preference. And I feel like I'm a thick girl, and I don't think that I was his preference either, to be honest. But what was so crazy about the whole thing is that we both were team players about it. And we went ahead and did the date and everything, and we had fun, but we knew that it just was not. And that was my first online dating thing. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So after that, I was like, I need a full body picture. I'll send you one of mine, so that doesn't happen again. But I think asking for a full body picture is important. Making sure you read the description on there is good to know for online. Let's see. So there is an app, and I'm pretty sure there's all kinds of apps out there, that I got an app to where, like, the phone number, like if you type in the phone number, it'll give you their name information, just so you know that they're not like scamming you in any kind of way, saying that there's somebody and they're not really that person. The app that I used is called Hija. It's Hiyyi or Hiya. I think it's that one, HIYA. And that was really helpful because when usually they want to exchange numbers, which I think after you start getting to talk to them and then you move away from the app, then trust them with phone numbers. So I found that app. Actually, someone told me that you should get that just so you can make sure they say that they are who they are. And there was one situation that the name that he gave me didn't match the phone number information, so I was just like, we ain't doing this. So I just stopped talking to that person because ain't nobody have time for that. And then if you do enter that phone number and get the name and information, you can pull them up. This is starting to sound like some stockings. No, but it's not. It's necessary. I feel like some people aren't truthful, and you kind of need to know what you're gonna get into in a sense. You know what I mean? Because online dating is kind of, it's different, and just to be on the safe side, I think you should do all these precautions just to make sure that the person that you're talking to is being real. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But another thing, this lawyer I ran into one night with me and my friend, and I had told him, and what was so crazy is that night, me and my friend were having drinks, and we ended up running into this guy. He's a lawyer, and he was getting married the next day, and we were just having conversation, and get this, he met his fiance on a dating app. So he gave me hope. I was like, okay, so you can. But he did say that he did give me some advice too, and he said that you should pull them up in the Oklahoma system, just to check their background, because you can do a background. I forgot what it's called, but you can look them up and see that they don't have a crazy criminal record or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool, because I didn't do that. I didn't do that part on it, but I was glad that, to hear his story, and then for him to give me that information, I was like, okay, cool. But I've been on a few dates, and it's just, sometimes it's hard because whenever you talk to a person through text or through phone calls, it's different whenever you meet them in person. I don't know. But I know that it is possible because I do know people that have met. I'm not one of those. But it is possible. But I do know that you need to pay attention to the description. Oh, and then another thing that I really paid attention to is their description box. The ones that put information in there about themselves and stuff like that, that means that they're serious about wanting to find a partner. Those that don't have anything on their profile and doesn't say anything about themselves or anything like that, those are kind of the ones that are just, they ain't serious. That's how I looked at it, and pretty much it usually went that way. I will tell you the dating app that I do recommend, and it's called Bumble, Bumble. And I liked it because it's kind of it's helpful for women. So the other dating app that I was on was kind of too much because the guys would just constantly send you emails, and sometimes they were inappropriate, and sometimes they were just super old, like grandpa old, offering to pay my plane ticket to go see them. And I'm like, no, we are not about that life. So I was like, no, this is too much. But the other app, Bumble, it's actually pretty cool because like the female makes the move first, and so like she'll click on your photo and like it, and if you like it, it'll prompt her to be able to send a message. So if you like her picture and she likes your picture, it'll allow her to send you a message first, and then that's when the conversation can start. Versus the other way, when you get like a bunch of crazy people just coming at you, which to me that was too much. I didn't like that one. But Bumble was actually really cool, and I paid for a subscription on there. And I feel like if you're serious about wanting to find someone, then you're gonna pay the subscription. I mean, it's not even, you pay on a bunch of other crazy stuff. What's a subscription to that dating app? It's not gonna hurt. So that, I recommend the description box. If they put effort into making a bio of themselves and telling you a little bit about themselves, that kind of tells you that they're a little bit more serious about trying to find someone. Are one of the things that I paid attention for. Those are some of the things that I recommend you do if you're looking to do online dating, to pay attention for. And yeah, I have stories on my online dating experiences. I'm not on there right now, and I don't think that that it's a bad way to meet someone. No, it's not. It just does take work. And I just got, because like, it was just hard to like find someone that you can connect with. The people that I kept having dates with, and another thing, instead of having a dinner, because let me tell you, like, all these dates that I went on, they were over dinner. And I will say this, I wouldn't do dinner. I would do like a coffee or tea shop or something like that. I wouldn't do dinner, because you'll just, I mean, if you're that girl and I think a dinner is more whenever you like the person and you want to get to know them more on another level. But I think when you're first getting to see a person in person, I think having coffee or tea or something like that is better versus doing a whole full meal with them. Because I had one date I was on, like, he was good at texting. Like, we had great conversation texting and everything, and I think on the phone we were really good at talking too. But and then when it came down to having dinner, this guy didn't say anything. Like, he was just not talkative at all, and I was just like, where's the guy I was talking to? Like, seriously, like, oh, it was just so. And I'm a people person. Like, I can talk, I can make conversation with just about anybody. As my friends, they will tell you that I have no problem with sparking a conversation. But with him, it was a challenge. So, and it was over dinner, so that one was a hard challenge to get through. But I made it through the dinner. And but yeah, so I wouldn't do dinner. I would do coffee, tea, Starbucks, a sit-down place where it's not dinner or food. I don't know. I just, that's my recommendation. Take it or leave it. But I've had a lot of dinner dates, and they were just, to me, I'm like, I can buy my own food. I don't need you to pay for my food. But I don't know. I think they always just seem to think that is the right way to do it, through dinner. But I don't think you need to have dinner in order to know if the person's gonna be a good connection or not with you. My thoughts, my opinions. But let's see if I can think of anything else. Pretty much I think those were my top ones that that I would give you advice on. But I have stories. I do have story. I have a story for you. I do. I'll do a story time on that one, talking to someone. I'll have to do a story time on that. I'm not gonna do it on this one. We're gonna end it right now. But if you have any questions on online dating or anything like that you would like to know, my friends know that I've tried that scene. It's not a bad way to meet people. I've actually met some pretty cool people on there. But those are just a few things that I would recommend doing, like if you're looking to do that. A lot of people will think you're crazy for trying it, but I mean, if you're not a type of person that goes out in the world and does, like, where would you meet someone? And especially right now with this pandemic thing going on, I don't know. I feel like that's another way. We're in 2020. It's different. Like, sometimes online dating is where it's at for some. But I don't know. Those are my thoughts and my opinions on that. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope I was somewhat helpful to you guys on that. But I'm telling you, I wish I knew about these things when I first started. I just went in and I have stories. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. The online dating thing is crazy. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I was able to be a little bit informative for you guys on this. But yeah, if you are interested in doing some online dating, I recommend it. I mean, just your home should not be the first place that you guys meet ever. That's a no given. But yeah, if you have any questions or anything, just leave me a comment. Go ahead and click like if you felt like this video was somewhat informative to you. Hit that notification bell to be notified if you haven't, and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.